Zion might be the most hyped national park in the United States, but we also hear nightmare stories about the crowds.
We're spending the next 2 days hiking famous bucket list trails and biking through the canyon to see if it's really worth the hype or if the crowds ruin it.
If you're new here, we're Jess and Greg. This year, we're driving from Key West all the way to Alaska.
Last week we were in Bryce Canyon, and now our journey has brought us to our final park of Utah's Mighty Five, Zion National Park.
Good morning. We are here at Zion National Park and we are in line for the shuttle. Oh my gosh, it is so busy already, and it is only 6:50. The shuttle doesn't even start until 7. So we scored permits for Angel's Landing yesterday. So we're trying to get on one of the earliest shuttles that we can to hopefully have the trail be a little less crowded.
We are working our way to the Angel's Landing trailhead, and we have already hit the steep part. Angel's Landing is 4.7 miles in length and 1,700 feet of elevation gain. So that's 1,700 feet of elevation gain essentially in 2.5 miles. That's crazy.
We're going up this cliff. I can see people at least there.
That's it though. Then once we get up there, it's flat. Steep.
Everyone talks about the part with chains, but nobody talks about the part to Scout Lookout. And it is steep already.
Holy cow. This is crazy. Behind me is the start of the most dangerous hike in the United States, Angel's Landing. We made it. We're about to hike up there and see what all the fuss is about.
I'm slightly afraid of heights, so I'm gonna hand the camera over to Greg for this one.
What do you think so far?
So far, not bad.
It's really not that bad so far.
Don't look down.
No chains needed here. Plenty wide. How's it going? Yeah, she's doing it.
We're doing it.
That's it, baby. All right, we spent some time up top, and now we're gonna begin the trek back down.
Back at the van now, and my gosh, that was such an incredible hike. Major bucket list item checked off of our hiking list there. I was pretty worried that I was going to be scared and struggle, but honestly, I did a lot better than I thought I would. We did Mooney Falls last year in Havasupai, and after doing that, I feel like I could do anything. Definitely very happy that we did it, and we're lucky enough to score permits.
Yeah, as much as I hate waking up early, I am very happy we got the before 9 a.m. permits for the hike, which meant we had to wake up around 6 a.m. to get a parking spot at the visitor center to get on one of the first shuttles up there. And with that said, it's time to cook up some lunch, and I think we're gonna have some Alfredo. Easily the best part of the van. We've said it before, and we'll say it again.
2 minutes after getting off the trail, back in the van. Alfredo. It's gonna slap.
After that delicious meal, I thought we might need something sweet. So we got some ice cream.
Just got back to the campground, and on the way back, we had to stop at Canyon Coffee, which is a coffee shop that I've seen online like, I don't even know, 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. So I had to come, and it's really good. We're staying at the Watchman's Campground in Zion, and we've been loving it. It just makes life so much easier when you're trying to visit the park.
Coming into this, I didn't really know what to expect. Zion is so hyped, so the expectations are set really high. And I was kind of worried that it was going to be overhyped. But so far, we have really enjoyed our time here and have somehow done a pretty good job at avoiding the crowds. You know, we've only done one big hike, so there's still quite a bit that we want to do while we're here to truly determine if it's overhyped or not.
This cuke is looking rough.
So we are here on the Watchman Trail. It's about 3-ish miles, moderate. A lot easier than what we did this morning, but we hear it's good for sunset. So we're gonna hike up to the top, hang out for a while, and hopefully get a really good sunset. Colors are already looking pretty nice.
The Watchman's Trail did not disappoint. What an amazing sunset and a perfect way to cap off our very first day in Zion. But before the sun goes all the way down, we're gonna go ahead and start making the trek back to the van. We will see you guys tomorrow morning.
Good morning! Another day in Zion National Park. This morning we loaded our bikes onto the shuttle and rode all the way to the end of the canyon to stop number 9, which is the Narrows. We're gonna check this area out, and then our plan is to ride our bikes back down the canyon, stopping at various stops along the way.
So the first stop on our trip here is the Riverside Walk that leads to the Narrows. We unfortunately are not doing the Narrows on this trip. We just don't have time. It's just the way it is. We ended up getting Angel's Landing permits, so we opted for that instead. But so far, the walk is just gorgeous. I mean, a river flowing through these canyons, come on, it doesn't get any better than that.
We just finished up the Riverside Walk, and to be honest, it wasn't the best. It's beautiful, but it's very, very crowded. So if you're not doing the Narrows, your time is probably spent better somewhere else. And next up, we're heading down the canyon on the bikes.
Stop number 1, a recommendation from our shuttle bus driver, was Menu Falls.
All right, stop number 2 was Big Bend, which we could actually see from Angel's Landing yesterday.
And now we're at stop number 3, which is Weeping Rock. And that right there behind me is 1,200-year-old water seeping through the cracks of the sandstone. It takes 1,200 years for it to make it to the surface.
We are about halfway through our ride and we stopped at the Zion Lodge for a little snack. It is stop number 4 on the shuttle route, and they pretty much just have like fries, burgers, pizza, your traditional snack food.
Back from the bike ride now. Last thing we're going to do for today is a Mount Carmel scenic drive on our way out of the park to find our spot for the week.
So now, going back to our original question, is Zion worth the hype or did the crowds ruin it?
We think Zion is 100% worth the hype. This quickly became one of our favorite parks despite the crowds.
Angel's Landing was such an exhilarating hike with incredible views in all directions. The permit system has definitely made this hike more enjoyable and safer through crowd control.
Although the crowds can be extreme, there are so many areas of the park with fewer people that still had great views. We honestly feel like we barely dipped our toes into this park, and we will definitely be back to explore more one day.
And that is going to be all for this week's video. If you enjoyed our time here in Zion, be sure to subscribe and follow along on our journey to Alaska. Next up, we're heading to Lassen Volcanic and Crater Lake National Parks. We will see you there.
It's too early for this.
It's too early.
How terrified do I look?
Look like you're having a great time.
Back at the fan.
Give me you.
Look cute for the camera. The viewers like to see it. How am I? Tell them you're the star of the show.
You're the star of the show.
Look at that butt scratch.
Last thing we're gonna do for today is the scenic drive, which is the Mount Carmel. How do you say it? Last thing we're gonna do for today is a Mount. You say Carmel. Carmel.
Yeah.
Okay. Last thing we're gonna do for today is a Mount Carmel